All right, everybody, this Hangout on Air is live. I'm Rosie O'Kelly. This is the Rosie O'Kelly channel. It is Thursday, September 20th, 2018. Welcome to all of you. I was going to call this this is going to be a short one tonight because I want to be on some other people's Hangouts, hopefully tonight. And depending on how I feel, maybe I'll be Space Girl from Planet Triple X. Although I have to say, at the current time, you know, maybe it's exactly what we need, or maybe it's the last thing that we need. Hi, hipster. How are you, sweetie? Hey, Sean. Nice to see you. Um, my phone has been blowing up all day. My phone's been blowing up all day with people thinking that information is going to be released about them. You know, can you talk to Dave? Can you talk Dave off the ledge? I'm just going to put it out there, people. This is YouTube. This is not real life. Hey, nice to see you, sweetie. Hey, Nathan, nice to see you. Hey, Sonia, we've had a lot of stuff coming down, and a lot of people. There's Hey, Surf. There's a lot of there's Hey, Jan, nice to see you. There's a lot of stuff coming down right now. And this is going to be a short hangout. This is no drama queen hangout. It's just a chance to say, look, let's just chill out a little bit here with this stuff, okay? Because people were in a total panic mode today. One, thank you, Keith. Nice to see you. You know, I'm speaking of Dave the Fisherman, and I'm just coming on here to address the things that happened today. Yes, Boyd's gone on. It's not just Boyd, but this is typical Boyd stuff. And I'm trying to tell the people, I'm just trying to just do a little really short piece here today to just say, take a deep breath. Hey, Susan, nice to see you. Thank you, Blue Wolf. To take a deep breath and just relax a minute. Okay. Hi, Robin. Hi, Jack Thompson, my sweetheart. You know, we had Jasmine Francis resurfaced again today. And if you've been around Boyd since 2015, and I've been on YouTube since, just the very end of 2012, I started to set up my account. And I went live on January 3rd, 2013. So I've been around almost, it'll be 6 years. And I've seen a lot of crap in 6 years. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen 5150. Thank you. I've seen 51 Hey Peacemaker. I've seen 5150 takedowns. Like I've said before, I'm not going to go through the whole catalog of stuff that happens on Boyd. But I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, you've got this. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Hi, Misdemeanor. Nice to see you. I'm not going to be, I love Vinny, but Vinny doesn't watch the side chat. I'm not that kind of person. I do watch the side chat. I need to engage in the side chat as I've gone along, so bear with me. So I've seen a lot of stuff. Hey, Shauna Males, nice to see you. I've seen a lot of crap come down over the years. I've seen a lot of people get bent out of shape about nothing. And I've seen, hey, Matronista, I've seen people that should be upset, not get upset at all. And then a world of hurt comes down on these people. And this is we got now with this website and stuff on here. So, you know, I had to turn my phone off this afternoon. Okay. And I was doing an update too, but I'm just going to tell people this. There's a lot of people out here that are threatening to leave YouTube now. Whiskey OG, you know, the shock I had last night, I was very sad last night. And one of my friends says, Rosie, you got to come out and say something. Well, I took a stand last night about all this nonsense on here. And I said, real people that are real decent people are getting pushed and gone from this community. And another friend of mine, I'm messaging on Twitter today and going back and forth with her because she's threatening to go too. So this is going to be a short hangout because I want a chance to go onto her stream and talk to her a little bit. So I'm asking, you know, people like Pam and Ricky at Shoot the Shit and some other things, let's have a little forbearance for which sites that people go on. Like for Rosie O'Kelly, if I go and I appear in Pirate's stream, I'm not validating necessarily with Pirate. I'm not jumping in the middle of all that nonsense. I'm trying to take a person that has been kind to me and return the favor to her and tell her, hey, you know, the more streams, the more live streams that people have, and the more different events. Hi, Mandy. The more different events, the better. Bergs today, I'm done. You know, this has ruined my life and all this. I mean, we got people on the ledge over this stuff. Remember, people, this is a website that was designed as a trap. It's T&E, trap and extort website. Okay. And I'm just telling you, anybody with half a brain, when they search registries and things like that, they're going to search what registry are they going to search? They're going to search the local Megan's Law websites that every state and some localities have set up. Okay. That's the one that people that are smart, that people that make decisions that mean something in life, decisions that have money behind them and meaning and power. It's the only thing that's going to matter. And the rest of the search companies, the headhunters, they filter out this bullshit site. Okay. This is what I'm trying to tell people are getting bent out of shape. They're actually going to throw money to hire lawyers. And you know what's going to happen? The lawyer's going to go to that site, and the lawyer's going to do exactly what they did back in 2012, 2014, 2015, 2016. And they're going to see a disclaimer on there that says, we're just a host. And it's going to say anybody's allowed to publish information on this site, and we cannot be held responsible for the postings of others. Okay? Just like the disclaimers when you see all over the place on television shows and on radio, the following views do not necessarily represent the following information does not necessarily reflect the views of the station and the station ownership, right? This is what they do. Hi, Pam, nice to see you. So what I'm saying, when I just feel an obligation because, yeah, I'm a little like Switzerland. Maybe Tucker lost a little bit of that today. He kind of went off on Dave. But I'm addressing Pam and some of the other people out there, and Diane and Pirate and things. It's not a slap in the face to just go on and talk to people about this and just try to just talk people down a little bit about this thing, because this site has so many entries over the years, and you know what? Nobody ever heard of it before. Now, before you say, well, it doesn't matter to you, it's not important to you, Rosie. Yeah, it is important to me, because Missy Jen, after years of trying to give Missy Jen the very best life that I can and move Missy Jen from Missouri to California and take loving care of her and care about her doctoring, care about how she eats, care about her entertainment, her travels, her enjoyment, I'm going to give myself a B plus. I'm not perfect. But at the end of the day, her heartbreak is severe when she sees that site and sees that Rosie O'Kelly, abuser of disabled girlfriend. Imagine that too after yesterday. Having gone down to San Francisco and having the highest highs of having a treatment for Missy Jen that's showing efficacy and doing well, and then hitting that, crashing off that cliff and seeing that stuff last night. I looked at Jen. Jen looked at me, and you know what we said? We're better than this stuff. This is like 2013. This is like 2015. This is like 2017, and it's like 2018 is shaping up to be. Okay. This thing has now become a boat that people are running first to the port side, then the starboard side, and they're looking at stuff out there. Which side's the great white on? And oh, it's over here and over here. So we have a person come on today, and I knew the second that the person showed up. that this was going to kind of be just a shits and giggles troll moment, because this person is a pretty decent person. And I'm talking about Jasmine Francis. And I know Tucker kind of lost it. And I know Hooker kind of lost it. And I'm begging Hooker, please reconsider. I'm begging Tucker, just back away a little bit from the ledge. Because what we see is dead serious. What we see is dead serious things on here. Other people see as an opportunity to rattle the cage a little bit and have a little bit of fun, rightly or wrongly. Hi, Harvey, and hi, Queen Oda. Nice to see you. So when Jasmine showed up today, I knew in my heart that Jasmine Francis was no way, no how, in no way, shape, or form would Jasmine Francis ever put any. I don't care how much Jasmine Francis went after Elvis and some of the other people that were e-begging. There's no way that Jasmine Francis would ever put anybody's information on that site. You know why? Because number one, Jasmine Francis has better things to do, like shoot the shit and have some fun and laugh. Okay, that's number one. And number two, Jasmine Francis, who's e-beggar now, doesn't have the heart to do that. So now we've reached the point that we've exploded this site to epic proportions today. So what happens? A small, insignificant thing now, in the terms of search engines, it's a fart in a hurricane. Okay. But the reality is, we've now expanded this to the point where everybody with any grievance against anybody's going to be putting up information on that site. So it's going to make it more relevant to us. And therein lies just the problem of the whole thing. The relevancy and the credence that we give that in there, that's the disturbing thing. So I'm also asking Dave, and Dave, I think we're friends, to just, you know, we can just, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that can come out, okay? I'm not saying I'm necessarily privy to that stuff. I mean, there's people talking about the boom boom room now, and where were you, and what did you know, and when did you know it, and have you ever been to the boom boom room? And now we're going to be starting this whole thing. Now, thank God I've never been to the boom boom room. I mean, I've heard boom boom room mentioned, but you can imagine now here comes the next kettle of fish that we're going to be opening here. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you have to kind of look at people in their basic nature, and you have to say to yourself, has that person been proven? Hi, Mrs. Zombie. Has that person been proven to be a decent person? On YouTube, are they a shit stirrer, a backstabber, somebody that has a track record of causing trouble? So I'm asking Dave, I mean, there are people, and I happen to think, and I might get a lot of crap for it, I think e-beggars is just playing the game here for entertainment, and I can't say e-beggars is wrong for doing that. Because we all get our same thing out of YouTube. The only thing I care about in regards to e-beggars is I know from the bottom of my heart that e-beggars did not put information on that site, that Jasmine Francis, because hi New York Cat, because I watched Jasmine Francis for years. Yes, friends with e-beggar scum. E-beggar scum's never been a fan of Rosie. I mean, you know, I know where e-beggar scum stands with me, but never did anything terrible. Would just give a little bit of jabs and stuff, and jab that you should be able to take if you're on YouTube. And ran with Tucker and that crowd a little bit, and the anti e-beggar crowd. But I really believe that these people exactly knew the line to not cross, because they never wanted it to be something that could potentially fuck with them or have a blowback with them in real life. Now, things maybe have gotten real on here. I know that. People's jobs been gone. I mean, I've been down this whole route myself. family, everything. So I know the pain a lot of of you are feeling right now. And I'm just asking you, don't cut and run, because this is exactly the strategy that people are employing to drive people off of sites. Isn't it interesting that the first real rounds of us that went up on that site, we were all people that were hosted live streams. Kind of curious, most of the people that were going up there. You start to look for some of the similarities and some of the overlaps of some of the people up there. And you start to think to yourself about other motivations and other reasons that people might be doing this type of thing. So I'm just saying, if we don't stay within our limits, then we're no better than the people that did this. Then we're no better than the person or persons that go elsewhere. Mojo, I've been very down the line on this today. Okay, I've not said anything about the boom boom. I've not said anything about the boom boom room, because frankly, my friend, I don't know about it. And I've stood my ground exactly on that. And Mojo, you're a friend of mine, and I've never thrown anybody under the bus on here. And I will continue to be a person that goes in different communities and tries to talk people off the ledge. Because if we continue to ramp this thing up to nuclear levels, then we're just all wrecked on here. We're all taking, Mojo, I'm not saying, I don't want to get into this thing right now, okay? I am absolutely, I'll be willing to go on Vinny's, I'll be willing to talk. I'm just saying, Mojo, nobody accused you of anything except Dave on that today, okay? I was never a part of that. I have no concept about that. Dave will own that, not me. And evidently Dave will gladly, that's fine. Let Dave go down that path of that thing. So I'm just saying, let's be very careful, Mojo. This is how things spin out of control, that we want to have that issue of, the famous 2 words, collateral damage here, that we want to drag other people in. And I myself just want clarity on things. Because, at the end of the day, the truth comes out. So I'm feeling myself like, if we ramp this up to really high level, and then we start pulling out all the old troll stuff that was done through 2015, 2016, 2017. Yeah, I mean, it's going to make epic, everybody and his dog is going to be there to see it, because all the shit's going to be laid bare. But what's the end result going to be of that? Hey, Colleen, everybody that comes on YouTube has a purpose for coming on, for entertainment. Some people come on for fuckery, right? Mockery and fuckery. Hey, Kevin, nice to see you. So that's kind of what I wanted to just say. So Mojo, I want to put it out there that I did not, Dave is my friend. I'm not going to flip-flop on Dave. Okay, do I co-sign everything? I'm like Sean Amales. We'll go over there, we'll talk. I'll be disgusted about, and I've told Dave this crazy stuff about Mama Bear and trans and things. I don't co-sign on everything. Okay, that's Dave being Dave. But I look around other things, there's other people doing stuff too. There's a lot of jibbing and jabbing going both ways here. So I'm just saying, Mojo seems like he wants to bring World War Z to this thing, and I'm just hoping that cooler heads prevail, Mojo, and we can just talk through the boom boom room, and just wrap it up and be done with it and be honest about it and dispel. And let's end the mystery of the boom boom room. Is that a bad idea? I don't think so. And if you don't think that it can be objective, I'm glad to host for you. You want to come on and talk about it? I'll give you all the time you want. You know, because there was a fire lit there today. It's now raging in the mind of a lot of people out there on YouTube. Not from here. Well, that's what I'm saying, Mojo. That's what I think that people have to understand. And I think that people need to hear both sides of that. So I just wanted to dispel the notion today that Jasmine Francis is the one. That Jasmine came on e-beggars today and played a part. Okay. But as soon as I disclosed to me who that person actually was, Jasmine Francis, even Tucker at that point knew and could, Tucker's like, and even Dave was, I figured we probably got played a little bit. Yeah, you think? Because if you're around YouTube, hi Nick, you know the ideas, you know the way that people are. No, Mojo, I don't take a liar's word and ride a fence. I say, let's talk about it and explore. And I ride the fence because I don't know the facts. I've never been in a boom boom room. I've heard people joke about the boom boom room. For all I know, the boom boom room could be a joke. But somebody made it, Dave made it sound today like it's something real and factual. So what would you do, Mojo? You would say, hey, let the truth come out. Two things I said, I'm glad I was never associated with it. Although if it's just a guy thing, just a boom boom room, that's cool. But I never heard of people being, I personally think if somebody was being extorted, then somebody would have cried bloody murder on. You wouldn't have been able to cover that over. Okay, so if it means anything to you, Mojo, I come down on believing on the side that people didn't get extorted and the room is just a guy thing. And that's it. Because I think I know you, and I think I know Voodoo, and I think I know Hondo. So if it comes out, otherwise, I'll be a very, very, very surprised person as a regard. In regards to that. So fence sitting, no, I call it being smart. Being a smart person on YouTube and keeping your powder dry until you're absolutely sure and you see the whites of their eyes. It's like I was kind of engaging a little bit with Corey today, and she's saying, well, people get bad and stuff, but there's also been a tremendous amount of flip-flopping here. And I decided a long time ago that, the streams are people come together and they're friends, then they separate and they go apart, and they're together again. And it's like, I figured a while ago, if you just stand in the middle of the stream, what was old will be new again, and you will have not wasted and blown a lot of your empathy, compassion, and feeling for people if you just realize that people shift all the time. And I'm going to say one of the biggest shifts that surprised me was about Dave and Boris and Lindy and, all the various splits that occurred. But I think wisely to stay the hell out of it was the best thing, because people ally themselves together and they split themselves apart. So that's all I'm saying to you, Mojo, and I just put it out there honestly. As the stuff came down, hey Nita, as the stuff came down today, just to do that. So Pirate, I get that, and I want to come on your stream, and I want to just say that a little bit too, because in my opinion, Pirate, and I'll get shade. Now you're a person that people enjoy coming to your streams and stuff. Okay. I know I have. And I'm just saying that you're another person I don't want to see leave this community. And I've expressed that to you personally. And hopefully I have a chance to talk to you about that tonight. So Mojo, no, but Mojo says, I saw your name on the side listening to us being accused of that shit. But think about this, Mojo. I was there with 200 other people today. Now, you can either say, Rosie, you don't have a right to listen to anything that anybody says that may be against me. Or you can say, Rosie, be a fair judge of people and gather the facts first. What I never said was Mojo had a boom boom room and that Mojo did this and Mojo did that. You never heard those words come out of my mouth. But let's take it up theoretically. Let's stand in the court in front of the jury now and say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ask you, if in fact it does turn out that the perpetrator did in fact have a boom boom room and there was a record of extortion and coercion, would I accept that just because I'm a friend of yours? So I'm just telling you, Mojo, remain calm. You will have your say. Please do not prejudge people and assume that they're against you because they sit in a chat stream and they listen. If you were in that stream today, you saw Molly T and John J calling me out, asking me on that stream, Rosie, have you ever been to that boom boom room and were you ever in that boom boom room? And you know very well, Mojo, that I could answer truthfully and honestly that no, I never have. I do my own crazy shit in the after shows of my own live streams sometimes. So I'm just saying to you, be a little patient with people, okay? You know the way I feel about you, okay? So that's it. It's fine, Vinny, it's fine. If you can't see the reasonableness of what I'm saying, then I don't know what to say. In no way, shape, or form is anybody casting any aspersions on anybody about anything at all. I don't think you could be more straight up about anything at all. Thank you, Colleen. It seems to me the sensible thing is to gather more information and just understand. But see, that's just one layer on the whole chessboard of shit right now. You know, it's like one of those Star Trek, one of those four-dimensional chessboards. There's multiple things going on right now on multiple levels. You're gonna have the whole, what are we going to call that? The trolls, super troll cotillion, where the super trolls are going to be busted out for 2015, 16, 17. That's a whole sideshow. We got the whole predator thing. That's another sideshow. And now the boom boom room. Yeah, it's really sad. Hey, how you doing, Debbie? Nice to see you. Hey, Steve. So I'm just asking, Mojo, you know damn well I'm your friend. You know, and Vinny knows very well that I'm Vinny's friend. But don't ever say that I accused anybody of being a boom boom room. I was straight up asked today whether I was ever to a boom boom room, and I said no. I was also asked, do I know the existence of a boom boom room? And I said, yeah, I've heard the name boom boom room before. But I also said quite clearly tonight that the boom boom room could be a guy thing, just guys talking. So I'm saying now we have okay, thank you, Mojo. I appreciate that. I'm not here to piss Vinny off. Vinny is a dear friend of mine. I will stand with Vinny too. You know, a lot of times we got some misinformation that travels back and forth. And this was an old trick in 2015, you know, when we had the skiwis running around. They'd go from one hangout to another hangout and say, hey, you know, Tucker, did you hear what, you know, Dave, did you hear what Dave was, you know, did you hear what Rosie was saying about you in the other stream? She was calling you a cuck or something like that. Well, Dave was smart enough, but some people aren't. You know, you got to understand, not everybody's like you and me that just wants to come on and have fun and engage people and laugh and do Space Girl from Planet Triple X and baking and travel. Some people just want to fuck with people. Well, that's what I'm saying, Mojo. So I'm saying we have a chance to just clear that. And I appreciate you sticking around to hear what I had to say, Mojo, because in no way, shape, or form am I saying anything about you, Hondo, Vinny, or Voodoo, because I have no basis of factual knowledge on that. Okay? But because I sit and listen to somebody else talk to it doesn't mean that I validate what they say. I sit there and listen and ask, and then when I get put on the spot like today and called out by John J and Molly T, then I have to answer up for myself. Thank you, Mojo. I appreciate that. I don't want Vinny being mad at me too, because Vinny knows the way I feel about him. And God is my witness. If I go to when I go to my grave, I'll still swear that with my last breath, that Vinny did not put pictures on a site, because Vinny has a basic decency to him that I see clearly, just as clearly as Jasmine Francis sat on there as e-beggars today. And the second it was identified as Jasmine Francis, and the whole side chat's freaking out. Let's get the pitches, and then let's get the pitchforks and the noose and the tar, and let's go after this son of a bitch. As soon as I heard the name Jasmine Francis, I'm like, fuckery. I know, This is now a full-on blown 3-ring circus. And you can bet before October comes, there'll be a 4th ring, because all the old shit's coming out now. Why? Because some people want to muck through the old stuff, the old swamps of Boyd and some of the other things. And I'm sure the drama community will bring it out too. And want to lay it all out there and have it all exposed for everybody with all the who's who and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, oh yeah, it'll be must watch. It'll be painful YouTube for some people. It'll be really, really painful, because I know it's in there. And frankly, some of these people are people that have dished out quite a bit of pain to people over the years. Do I personally think it should just be left alone? Absolutely, positively. I think when you bring this stuff out, it's like reheating an old shitty stew with botulism contamination. A lot of people are going to die partaking of the stew. Because people that were letting this go, now they're really going to get on their horse again. And I think you've seen hell You think you've seen hell in these communities before? It'd be like a Sunday school picnic compared to what these people do. So as I finish out today, because other people want to do their stream, and I don't want to be over top of any. Just remember this: to me, when you don't cam up and you don't use your real information and pictures and stuff, I think you're a pretty smart person. Okay, use a cat, use a dog, use a house, use your ex-husband, use your ex-wife. Don't cam up. Because those of us who cammed up and have been in this for years, yeah, we're vaccinated. You know, we're kind of immune to more shit, but I'm just saying, you guys aren't. But I'll tell you this as I end, the people that send me stuff in confidence have that confidence held. Character people. Jasmine Francis, Vinny, other people. So let's all take a deep breath and put it down, because I will never, ever in a million years ever devalue one bit anybody that's on that side chat with just an avatar, or if their name is Rosie, have just an R and a purple circle in there. Because you know what's really the wildest thing about those people that have their anonymity? They could flame the shit out of you. You can say, Rosie, you whore, Rosie, you this, you that, you Jezebel, you exhibitionist and all that stuff. But you know what they do? They choose to be your friend. And they choose to say, well, that's not a lifestyle I've adopted, but I'll explore this a little bit and just try to understand. I'm just a little curious. And because this is a represent moment for my community, where a lot of you people are totally new to trans people in here. And I know sometimes they have a reputation for being selfish and self-centered and stuff, but it's an educational moment. Like I always gave my analogy of Jackie Robinson going out and playing baseball. He could have been out there with protest sign bitching because he can't stay at the nice white hotels. When they travel, he has to go to the black hotels. But instead of bitching and whining and putting protest signs in people's faces and saying, hey, you got to accept me, MF, whether you like it or not, the son of a bitch just went out and played baseball, and he won hearts and minds and respect, teammates. And after a while, the teammates said, hey, this is really no good. This guy's a spark plug on the team, and we relegate this guy to another hotel like he's a piece of trash. Hey, Savage, how you doing, sweetie? So I'm going to pop off here now and thank you all for listening to me. And let's take a deep breath. There's real, and then there's YouTube. Just get your bearings and just be prepared, because this thing could now break two ways. It could just cool off a little bit and people don't leave YouTube and just do their thing, or this thing could go through the hate. This thing could go flaming through the gates of hell like nothing that you've ever seen here before. I'll see you guys around. Thanks a lot.